Hey, my name's Mckenzie, co-conspirator with Dreaming Tree Wines. A relatively new brand here that we've been working on for the last 2.5 years with Dave Matthews. It's doing really well in the US, and so up here in Canada to promote the release of our Chardonnay here, coming out on May 25th. So the Dreaming Tree is a collaboration we have with Dave Matthews, Steve Reeder and myself. We're co-conspirators. We travel around California, find grapes that we think really express the terroir for that area, and then have put a couple of blends and a couple of individual varieties together. So we just did a great wine and food pairing right now. What we were showing was our Chardonnay from the central coast of California, our Crush from the north coast of California. Our Chardonnay is a blend of grapes that have been fermented in stainless steel and grapes fermented in barrels. And so we do that so we can preserve the fruit quality of the grapes and then bring in a little bit of the toasty and creamy character that you get when you ferment in barrels. The red blends have probably been the latest craze in the wine industry that we've seen as being super popular, triple-digit growth for several years running. And so the red blends are often very sweet wines. We saw a gap between these very sweet red wines and your more drier traditional style of wines, and created the Crush Red Blend here. And so this is a pretty new style for wine, hanging out in the middle between some of those a little more confected character wines and your more drier tannic wines. And so more red fruit, berry fruit, but still very soft in the palate and approachable. So I think that's why we're seeing the success we are with Crush. We also have white blends are I think going to be one of the next big trends. There's not a lot of white blends out there in the premium and above range of wines, looking for interesting aromatic white varieties and blending them together to make interesting wines that often go really well with ethnic foods like Mexican and Indian and Asian foods, some foods that have some spicy characters, also with seafood. So some of those white blends are going to be very interesting, I think, and so look out for those.